Hi everybody, this is Shah Rukh and you're watching Showbiz India, bringing entertainment with style.
Welcome superstar Shah Rukh Khan to USA and to Houston. You're about to kickstart Slam. First tell me, why Slam, the name?
I don't know, it was just they were, I think the producers and everybody was talking about what, show, lights, action, music or stuff like that. But I just thought it's nice, it's just a nice word which stands alone. And then I hear younger people saying we got slammed, when you find something really cool and nice. So just like that, I just like the idea of slam with an exclamation mark, and then the whole team liked it. So no specific reason.
Therefore it was born.
So was there, yeah, slam.
Sounds great. Now you're coming to USA in concert after 10 years. There hasn't been a big concert since then. How are you feeling at this moment?
I don't remember the last one actually. I know we've done a lot of variations of Temptations, and there was a format then that we had worked out. This being a show with a lot more stars and a little more related to even Happy New Year. I don't know how the format is going to be similar to that one. I didn't want it to be similar, but I think the things that we can control, we've tried to control. We've tried to kind of make the production a little higher and better because it's accessible now, the resources are better, and and still retain the inherent quality of Bollywood, which is to entertain, interact, dancing, and let everyone have a nice time. I mean, my idea of a show has never been just come and sing and dance, which is there obviously, but to be able to give people a chance to interact and feel happy about those 2 hours. They should feel it was like a nice party, and that's the whole idea. So it would be similar in those terms, but I'm very excited. I don't know if I can still hold on to 2 hours of dancing. I'll find out if I have the stamina.
I'm sure.
But I have an amazing set of people who are doing the show. So I think a lot of energy and a lot of happiness, and hopefully people will like it as much as Temptations.
Absolutely, and I believe this was your idea years ago when you were just starting Happy New Year.
A lot of people keep saying do a show, and to do a show you need to be together for a month and a half. The kind of time that you normally don't get. Even if you ask all the artists, and they're all wonderful, they would all like to participate in a world tour. But to get that kind of time, I don't know if everybody has it or not. Here was a movie with a lot of stars in it, and all friends, and we were spending time together whether we liked it or not. So, you got to know each other. One of the beliefs I have is performing on stage can only happen if you get along well with each other. Each one is a professional. Even if you don't get along, they'll do their job. But I think that special extra happens when people are happy and loving and helping each other out, judging and saying, Shah Rukh, this is no good, and Abhishek telling, say, Farah, no, I'd like to do the show like this. If everyone becomes one with the show. So we had that kind of team spirit. So when I started shooting the first time in Dubai, one realized in the evenings, post-pack-up, or during the shoot also, that here is a set of people who are wanting to better each other, not just themselves. And see, singing, dancing, and the show part, we all do. We're professional actors. We'll do all that. But that feeling that makes the show extra started permeating very fast in the film shooting, the first 4-5 days only. So I just started thinking, if we guys are able to take that time out, get a couple of weeks so that we can go, and normally the world tours are longer, 18 shows or something. I said, even if we get a weekend, let's try and do this, and then inshallah, post the film, we'll still like to be together, which we really do even now, and you will continue doing the slam tour all over the world.
And it's also an ingenious way of promoting your film. No one's ever done that before.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. Yeah, it's a nice way. Though I personally feel even if we had just come with this team of stars and done the regular interviews and done the regular, I was sitting with someone the other day from television, a big corporate, and they said, oh wow, what a fantastic idea, it's a master stroke. It was never meant to be like that. And that's why when we were designing the tour is about all the actors and what they've done over the last 4-5 years, myself over the last 10 years, and of course we've done Happy New Year too. So we'll have a few songs from there, and it's in a way, I think, the 2-3 songs we do have just released yesterday. So they've not become the most popular songs, but because we are from the same team, we thought we'll just kind of include it in it. And yeah, if the film gets promoted and people kind of get to see us together and they like what we are showcasing, whether it's in the show or whether it's in Happy New Year, it's more interesting and more hard work that. and more interesting way to go around the world with your film, I think.
You play a dual role in this film. You're a producer and the actor in the film. And I think for the first time, there's such a big ensemble star cast. And I keep hearing about the camaraderie and your enigmatic chemistry between everyone. How do you feel?
When I'm not the producer, the company is Red Chillies. Yeah. I just happen to be the promoter of the company. So it's wrong actually to be, putting me as the producer. I hardly know anything about production. So we have Kareem and Karuna and Venki who handle the company and this part of the filmmaking. It's a difficult film to make. I would like to say that at the onset. It's not a film that can be easily made. It's got two strange genres tied up together. It's a big film to make, and I'm glad that Red Chillies got this opportunity to do it. But even if I was just an actor, somewhere down the line, being perhaps one of the people who has done maximum number of years in films, compared to say even Boman Sir or Abhishek or Deepika, Vivan and Sonu, and even Farah for that matter, like we kind of started together. I think it becomes my duty that the senior most person kind of holds everyone together, because when you have 7 artists, when you have such a difficult film, when you have so much happening, and I think it becomes important that one person becomes like the family head and makes everyone feel nice and good. And I think that job I do well. I've got 3 babies, so yeah, so I can look after.
So I can, third one, yes.
Yeah, so I can look after 3 babies. So I had to look after 5 in this one. I'm getting ready for 2 more. Yeah.
So you think fatherhood helped you?
Most certainly it does. I think of Abhishek like my child, Vivan, who I just got to know, Sonu, who's very sweet. Boman Sir is this dignified presence who's always there to help you out and encourage you. You sometimes need this voice of reason and encouragement somewhere in the back in his bass voice. And of course Deepika. And Farah also, Farah's also like a kid on set sometimes, so you have to control her. So yeah, it does help.
So speaking of Deepika, she's gorgeous of course, and you and her share a fantastic on-screen chemistry. What do you think is that magical quotient?
It's just that I'm taller than her, and that kind of makes it work. She's wonderful. She's a fantastic artist, and even when we started, I don't think people keep saying that Farah launched her, and I was the hero who launched her. I do remember the first time when we had shot with her. Mr. Bachchan was there near the sets, and I went and showed him some of the stuff we shot with in the film actually. And the first thing he said was, this lady is going to be a big star. And she already was. It's not, she just needed a platform, so we happened to be there. The film turned out well, and even when the film was releasing, I said, I think 60% of the reason for the success of Om Shanti Om is that we had a presence of this new actor, who's got an amazing persona. And over the years, without sounding patronizing, I think she's really honed her craft, and she's fantastic at what she does. She's an asset to every film that she participates in. So I think we are fortunate, and she's a friend. So we are fortunate to have her in this film, and again, she's the only lady in the film, so to say, between these 5 men. And perhaps between her and Abhishek, the 2 standout roles. And you need people who do justice to that. So you have perhaps 2 of the finest actors for that role, perhaps otherwise also, to do justice to, because the film works because of the beliefs of these 2 in different ways. When you see the film, you'll understand. So she does really form the peg of the film. She forms the spine, she forms the moral code of the film, so to say. She takes a stand which the 5 of us perhaps are not good enough to take, and then we follow suit.
Tell us a little bit about your character.
Like in a heist film, most of the characters are defined already by the genre. So you have a safe cracker, which is Bowman, fat fingers, magic fingers, and you have a guy who's fantastic with a computer. That's Vivan, the nerd, the hacker. Then you always have, wrong word to say maybe, but the sensual, attractive interest in the film. That's Deepika. Then you have a mastermind, and I'm the one who brings the team together. Abhishek's character is a new kind of aspect in the given classical heist mold. So that's new, that's very different. That's Farah's invention for a heist film. And of course, Sonu plays the bomb expert. So I play the person who kind of gets them all together. But we're not thieves, we're not professional thieves. There's a reason behind it. And the line for the film is no motivation, no crime. and how each one of us has an individual motivation, and then finally it becomes bigger than the individual motivation, and we kind of turn around as people. You know, we don't just be this callous criminals or wannabe criminals. We turn around, and I think that turnaround comes because of the circumstance and things that happen in the film. And I'm the one who sort of brings all these experts together to do a job.
So what would you say perhaps is your favorite part of the film?
I think there's a sequence in the film where we are forced to learn. The concept of the film is that we have to participate in a dance championship to be able to have access to where we want to go and steal from. And we are the world's worst dancers. So it's ironic and funny that the world's worst dancers have to be in a dance championship. So there's this training part, which I find very funny. And it's throughout the film. And that's kind of the nicest part of the film. When Farah was designing the film, the idea was that 99% of the people in this world don't know how to dance. So we all look up to actors, like we must be all looking up to Hrithik or Abhishek or Shahid or, you know, Govinda, and saying, oh, what great dancers they are. But all of us are not such great dancers, but we love to dance. We love to dance. We love to do, you know, there's a party or you're happy, you just want to dance. And Indian culture has that more than anyone else in the world. We dance on the streets at the drop of a hat. You know, any function and we start dancing. And we dance really differently than compared to a great dancing style or technique. And the idea is that, you know, if you want to dance, just dance. And it doesn't make a difference if you're the worst dancer in the world. As long as you're happy doing it, that happiness will go through to other people and they'll enjoy it. And that's what happens at parties. You know, sometimes you see this strange dancer, man or woman, and you start smiling because he or she is dancing with such gay abandon. So, and always there's an inspiration in the films that we like to do. The idea is, even if you're not best at something, if you believe in it and you're happy doing it, a lot of people will come along. And that makes me, that for me is the turn on in terms of the script. Apart from the lovely scenes, the actors, the song, dancing and funny bits, I think that inherent philosophy, that if you can believe in something that makes you happy, a lot of world will also be convinced along with you.
Speaking of dancing, tell me about some of the items you're doing for the show, Slam.
We're doing everything. I start with Dawn, as always it should be, because Dawn ka intezar 11 mulkon ki police kar rahi hai. So I start with that. I'll do Chaiya Chaiya because I like it. I want to do some old songs. Kali Kali Aankhein I'm doing. I'm going to do Dhoom with Abhishek. And this Lungi dance, of course. There's a whole romantic medley. And I want to bring out some of the old ones, which we never got a chance to do, like Satrangi Re. I thought that was a fantastic number in Dil Se. So I want to do that. And then, of course, there are some songs from Happy New Year, Manwala Aage. There's Nandu Bhide, Dimag Mein Kide. Then there is, of course, India Wale. That's how the show ends. So it's a lot of dancing, I think there's too much dancing in the show, so I'm trying to cut it and make it a little more interactive and talky as we speak.
Oh, I'm sure everyone's going to just love it.
I hope so, yeah. There's a lot of dancing in the, and of course you have Deepika's solo number, Abhishek's entry, all that is very energetic. And of course Vivan Shah, who's you know, first time doing a show, so we have a special, actually we have a special song by Mr. Ram Sampath. This music director has given us this amazing, I think for the first time, a concert has a song, and it's called Slam. And Vivan starts that off, we end it in the end. And then I think the main part of the show, however good or bad it may seem, is Baman and Farah recreating the magic of iconic songs and postures. So you will have Baman and Farah with a six-pack doing a Darde disco.
Everyone's been talking about your 8-pack and how fit you are right now. Tell me a little bit about your health regimen.
I don't have a specific health regimen. I get very embarrassed talking about it, to be honest. I normally remain fit throughout the year. I don't let go of myself. It's something that I have never done. I'm 48 now, and I believe in very frugal eating and you know, just trying to exercise every day, play some game. And then when, you know, 8 years later when Farah said that, listen, we did that six-pack, can we do it all over again? So it takes me a couple of months or 3 months to, you know, get a trainer, which is Prashant, who's fantastic. And, you know, work out for 30-40 minutes and eat a little properly. And that's it. I don't know, you know, when I read about people talking about bodybuilding and all, I get embarrassed because I don't think I have a great body. I just eat well and exercise a bit, and it kind of looks okay. No, I feel very shy talking about it.
That is so sweet. Now, Shah Rukh, we all have our favorite films of yours, and one of mine happened to be Dil Se. What are some of your favorite films of yourself?
My favorite film is always the next one. I don't stick on to the ones that I've done. They were nice, the process was beautiful. I'll always cherish them, but the next one is the favorite. So right now, Happy New Year is the favorite. But I've enjoyed doing Dilwale. I thought Kuch Kuch Hota Hai was nice. Dil Se was fantastic. Chak De was interesting. Devdas was very different for me to do. I think Veer Zara, I didn't think it'll turn out to be the way it was because I was playing this old guy, I'd never done it. I think Om Shanti Om. My name is Khan. I thought was very special. I really liked myself in the film, which is very seldom that I like myself. And yeah, Dawn because it's very sexy. I find that very interesting. Yeah, so I like, and Kabhi Haan Kabhi Na. There are a few I must be forgetting. But those are favorites because apart from the process, I kind of enjoyed the result also and kind of think I don't know if I can do it all over again or not. And some of them just got done. You know, you don't realize while you're making a film, it takes a life of its own, the character, the role, the film itself. And there's so many people helping you make that film special that at that point you don't realize it. At that point you're just shooting those 8 hours and thinking, okay, I think I got the scene right, I got the line right. It's very microscopic. But when it becomes bigger and you see it, sometimes it surprises you. You yourself surprise yourself. And not because you've done some stunning job, just it turned out to be very different from who you are.
Which was perhaps the most challenging film for you as an actor?
As an actor, I don't find things challenging. It's my job. I've been doing it for too long to now call a film challenging. When I was a newcomer, I would say that, this is a very challenging role and, I had to dig deep inside the deep recesses of my emotions and my mind and do it. I'm a professional actor. It's my job to do it. If I start making a big thing out of it, it won't be as enjoyable and interesting for people to watch. Every film that I do, I think I work very hard. I don't show it. I think it's boring for people to tell you how the recipe of a good dish that you've enjoyed is, to start describing it. You should just enjoy the food and say, it was very nice. Can you cook it for us again? So yeah, I'll try my best to cook it again for you. I'd like to keep it simple. Personally, it's a personal thing, dislike actors discussing how they worked on roles and all, unless they're co-actors discussing it with me, a director discussing it with me. I write a lot. I write my roles. I have books filled with what character I'm going to play. I make notes on my script. I stand in front of mirror and practice. But if I start explaining the process of my acting and the challenges I've gone through to do it, it's extremely boring. Like if I start telling myself, I get bored of it. So I don't like to discuss that, but every film that I do, I like to believe I have left a part of me in it. There is a little part of me in it, whether it's my soul, my heart, my mind, and then I wait for the day when all the parts will get over, and then I'll wake up one morning, I have no more parts to give, and then I'll just, I guess, just sit back and start watching all my films. I haven't seen my films.
Well, on a lighter note, in conclusion, I asked Farah what was one secret she could tell about you that nobody knows. Mm-hmm. And she said the fact that you were never without your shoes. She thinks you sleep with your shoes on.
She would know. She slept with me a few times. So,
so can you tell us a secret about yourself that you think no one else knows?
It's not a secret. I don't wear slippers and I don't like being barefoot. I find it awkward. So as soon as I wake up, once my feet are off the bed, they are in shoes, and they get only taken off once my feet are off the floor. I don't know, even in films when they tell me to do scenes without my shoes, I find it awkward. So I'll wear socks or I'll wear something. I get very awkward baring my feet. Baring my soul is easier than baring my feet, actually. So so I'm conscious of that. Any other secret? But if I tell you my secrets, then it won't be a secret. I don't know. What is not known about me? I don't use shampoo. I just wash my hair with water. What else is there? That's it. I sleep very late. I don't know. But yeah, I do wear my shoes most of the time.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking to you as always, and have a fantastic show ahead and even a better movie, and we look forward to seeing you again very soon.
Thank you very much, and because I've come after such a long time to America, let me honestly tell you, I miss you and doing interviews with you, so thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. Sweet.
Bless you. Thank you.